Hello everyone! Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're talking about a movie that changed our childhood forever and revolutionized superhero cinema. Before the massive Marvel and DC cinematic universes we know today, there was one superhero who dominated the world in 2002, Spider-Man. When people think about Spider-Man actors today, names like Tom Holland and Andrew Garfield come to mind. But for many fans, the definitive Peter Parker will always be Tobey Maguire. Directed by Sam Raimi and released in May 2002, Spider-Man became a cultural phenomenon and one of the most important superhero movies ever made. The film follows Peter Parker, an intelligent but socially awkward high school student living in New York City. Orphaned at a young age, Peter is raised by his loving Uncle Ben and Aunt May. He secretly has feelings for his neighbor, Mary Jane Watson, but lacks the confidence to express them. During a school science trip, Peter is bitten by a genetically modified spider. The next morning, he discovers extraordinary changes in his body. His eyesight becomes perfect, he gains superhuman strength and agility, can climb walls, and develops his famous spider sense. Meanwhile, Norman Osborn, the head of Oscorp and father of Peter's best friend Harry Osborn, experiments on himself with a performance-enhancing chemical. While it grants him incredible power, it also drives him insane, transforming him into the terrifying Green Goblin. At first, Peter uses his powers for personal gain. However, after allowing a criminal to escape, tragedy strikes when Uncle Ben is murdered by that same criminal. This heartbreaking moment changes Peter's life forever. Before his death, Uncle Ben leaves Peter with the iconic, "With great power comes great responsibility." From that moment forward, Peter dedicates himself to protecting New York City as Spider-Man. One of the biggest reasons for the movie's success was its casting. Tobey Maguire perfectly captured Peter Parker's awkwardness, kindness, and vulnerability. His performance made audiences genuinely care about the character. Willem Dafoe delivers one of the greatest comic book villain performances of all time as Norman Osborn and Green Goblin. His ability to switch between a caring father and a terrifying psychopath is simply incredible. The famous mirror scene remains one of the most memorable moments in superhero movie history. Kirsten Dunst brought charm and emotion to Mary Jane Watson, while J.K. Simmons absolutely stole every scene as Jonah Jameson. His portrayal became so iconic that Marvel later brought him back to play the same character years later. From a technical perspective, Spider-Man was groundbreaking. The web-swinging sequences across New York City were unlike anything audiences had seen before. While some visual effects may look dated today, they were revolutionary in 2002. Sam Raimi also brought elements of horror into the film. His experience directing horror movies helped create some genuinely creepy Green Goblin scenes, adding tension and intensity throughout the story. Another major highlight is Danny Elfman's unforgettable musical score. The Spider-Man theme remains one of the greatest superhero soundtracks ever composed. The film also contains several legendary cinematic moments. The upside-down kiss between Peter and Mary Jane remains one of the most iconic romantic scenes in movie history. The cafeteria scene, where Peter catches Mary Jane and an entire tray of food without dropping anything, was achieved practically with very little visual trickery. The final battle between Spider-Man and Green Goblin feels brutal, emotional, and realistic even today. Of course, the movie isn't perfect. Some fans criticized Green Goblin's armored costume, saying it looked too mechanical compared to the comic book version. Others disliked the decision to give Peter organic web shooters instead of the mechanical devices he invents in the comics. Despite these minor flaws, Spider-Man remains one of the most influential superhero films ever made. Its success proved that comic book movies could be both critically respected and commercially successful. Without Spider-Man's massive success, there might never have been a Marvel Cinematic Universe, nor many of the superhero franchises we enjoy today. Even after more than 2 decades, the movie continues to resonate because Peter Parker feels like a real person. He struggles with money, relationships, responsibilities, and personal loss. That's what makes him relatable and why audiences still love him. Overall, Spider-Man 2002 is not just a superhero movie. It's a timeless coming-of-age story about responsibility, sacrifice, and heroism. My rating for Spider-Man is 9.5 out of 10. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this review, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share the video. Let me know in the comments, who is your favorite Spider-Man? Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield, or Tom Holland? See you in the next video.